Joins us now. Jerry Hayes, welcome to you. What a vile and grim case this is. I'm sure as a criminal barrister, you've had to wade through cases like this more than you'd like to consider. Dominic Raab, the Justice Secretary, has said there's a case to review what the conclusions of Parole Board has arrived at here. What do you make of it?
Well, don't forget, this is a very old law. It's imprisonment for public protection. And that was got rid of some time ago, but there are a number of people serving sentences. And it's interesting, she wasn't actually convicted of murder. She was convicted of allowing the child to be killed. Terrible offences. As you said, the child was tortured, broke his back, 50 injuries, absolutely appalling. So she was given minimum of 5 years. And what happens is, under the old law, the parole board have a look and see, is this person at risk? If they're no longer at risk, she is released. Now, she's had, I think, 4 goes over 17 years to be released, and they've come to a conclusion that she's no longer at risk. Now, we changed the law in 2019 to say, look, people can object to this. They really can. They can criticize, they can review the parole board's decision, but it has to be done via the Secretary of State. But it's quite a high hurdle he's got to jump. He's got to show that their decision was irrational and basically flies in the face of the evidence. So the chances of him succeeding are not very good. The next thing is, he has promised there's going to be a root and branch review of the parole board and the way it works, because they've made some pretty ghastly mistakes over the years of people who've been released who've been a danger to the public. I'm all in favour of that. But what I'm not in favour of is for ministers to be making decisions. And I think that's what he wants, ministerial oversight. And I'm afraid we'll just get knee-jerk reaction from politicians of all parties. And that's not good.
No, you know what, Jerry? I agree with you, and I agree with you for this reason. And people who remember this case will remember what I want to use the phrase cause celeb, but in the worst way, it was a cause celeb, wasn't it? Because of the mishandling of the case by social services in particular, they got a lot of flack. You know, they really did. So it became a political case, Jerry, didn't it? It became a political case. And actually, at the end of the day, as you rightly point out, she wasn't the murderer. She created the circumstances where it could happen. Stephen Barker was the chief perpetrator, and he's got a long stretch.
Yes, absolutely right. I mean, she's just the remnant of an old, rather discredited law. But the really important thing is, the Secretary of State is right to have a review of the parole board, because people have got the right to feel that they are safe, that they're being protected, that people who are going to be at risk and put them at risk are going to be behind bars. But I think it would be irresponsible to say, well, we just throw away the key. We're not allowed to do that anyway. You do get whole life sentences, a good thing for the most serious cases, but it's only right that we have a look at this case again and see if she's going to be a risk. But if the parole board say, no, it's not irrational, we made the right decision, there's precious little that can be done about it.